You know, a lot of people talk about Chicago and Minnesota. A lot of motherfuckers from Chicago actually moves up here to Minnesota. But I'm here to talk about the difference between the two. I've been out here a little bit over 10 years now. And I was in Chicago, majority of all my life before I moved out here. And it's crazy how my first couple months out here, I was like in disbelief on how different it is compared to Chicago. For one, the clothes and shoes. When I came out here, motherfuckers was rocking Levi's and shit like that, and regular jeans. That was like the style out here. That shit was played out in Chicago fucking years ago. The shoes. People out here was rocking Jordans that was out of Chicago years ago. Like, that was a thing out here. Fucking Vans. Vans is what's popping out here in Minnesota. That shit was played out in Chicago. I'm pretty sure a lot of people still wear them, but it's not as big as it was when that shit first came out in Chicago. And it's crazy, y'all. I cannot believe the fucking difference. And then you got the gangs. Like, they be saying gang names out here. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? When did this game start? Where did this game branch off from? What gang? And I'm like, never heard of it. Don't care too much about it. And it's just real different out here. I was telling a lot of people that never left Minnesota, who always said they wanted to visit Chicago. No, Chicago ain't the place you want to visit. Especially if you ain't got no one out there who can take you around the right places, introduce you to the right sites, right people. You don't want to just go out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a little bit slower out here in Minnesota. It ain't that much action unless you go to Minneapolis, or people always say they compare Minneapolis to Chicago. Minneapolis is up there, but it ain't quite like Chicago. It ain't Chirac. That's not something to be happy about, because I'm not. It's just a big difference. And I'm not big on talking about Chicago because it ain't something that you should be happy about, growing up in. Because I was happy as far as being with my family and friends. And I was happy with certain neighborhoods, but there are a lot of neighborhoods you cannot go through, you cannot walk through unless you know someone. The people are different. They're much nicer out here in Minnesota. The people are much nicer, more respectable. I hate to say it. That's just my opinion. I can be wrong. Like I said, I've been out here over 10 years now. And I was in Chicago my whole entire life before I moved out here. And the people are a lot more respectful. The jobs, it's easier to get a job out here than it is Chicago. Chicago, you damn near gotta put your whole life in a fucking application and you still won't get a damn job. They ask for too damn much out there. Out here it's easy. They give you a chance. They do. They give you a chance, and it's up to you to take advantage of that chance, but a lot of people don't. Same as Chicago. The club scene out here is kind of dead. That's a difference between here in Chicago too. The club scene in Chicago is I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. Just like the restaurants, pretty much everywhere. The restaurant thing out here is dead. Same as restaurants. You know, Chicago, every corner it's a different restaurant. I miss them corner restaurant food. I miss that shit. I miss the fucking Italian beast from the corner. Dipped. I miss that shit. I miss Maxwell. They got a lot of Chicago restaurants out here, but it's not the same. It's not. You know, I miss the life where you know I can just get up and just go somewhere and have fun. Out here, you gotta really find somewhere to go to have fun. Chicago, you walk out the fucking door, you can, you know, meet up with your friends or walk down the street. It's always something going on. I miss that life. I don't miss the violence, but I miss that life, that fun life, that excitement. The moment you open that outside door, all you hear is people. All you hear is cars bumping their music, you know, bumping their sounds. Motherfuckers walking around who don't live in a good apartment but got the best Jordans on. I miss that shit, y'all. But it's kind of crazy though. But now I'm out here, and now that I've been out here for 10 years, people be like, well, you are a Minnesotan. No, I'm not. I'm not a Chicagoan or a Minnesotan. I'm just me. I'm in between both now. I go out there in Chicago, people probably be like, well, you don't even sound right anymore. You don't even sound like you from out here. That's why I used to say to my cousins and my brothers when they used to come visit us in Chicago. Be like, y'all sound like, you know, however the way they sound out there in Minnesota, that's exactly how y'all sound. I'm pretty sure it's that way. And I'd be like, man, y'all don't even sound like y'all even grew up out here in Chicago. That's what I used to say to them all the time. You know, I remember my cousin used to come out there, Tiffany, and I used to show her all the latest dance moves. That's when we were teens, so I was in my, I was like 16, 17, 18. She used to come out there, early 20s. She'll come out there and I'll show her the latest dance moves and shit, and she'll take that shit back out here to Minnesota. I don't know if she was showing other people the dance moves I was just showing her, but that was fun times. I used to love that when I used to visit out there. Me and Cuz used just to be there just dancing. I just show her the latest shit. I want to do You Remember That, Cuz. But yeah, it's a big difference though, y'all. And if I had to pick between the two to live the rest of my life, it'd be neither one. I want to live out here for the rest of my life, and I'm definitely not going to be moving back to Chicago. Unless something really bad happens to where I have to move back, family reasons, then I will. But I'm not, no. It'd be really hard to get me out there. But I don't want to stay here forever neither. Because I'm tired of this motherfucking weather. And that's another thing. The weather is pretty much the same. It's just a little bit more snow out here. A little bit more colder. You know, Chicago has a lot of wind. That's why it's called the Windy City. It's a lot more windy out there. But it's cold as fuck out here. When it gets cold, it is cold. And I, for one, do not care too much about cold. Well, I don't care too much about snow. I can deal with the cold. I hate snow. And it's a lot of snow out here during the winter time, and I hate that shit. You know, my holidays are different. You know, out there in Chicago, celebrating one of my favorite holidays, Halloween. I used to have so much fun. Out here, you can't really do nothing because people don't do shit out here, man. They go to lame-ass parties, but it's different. Out there in Chicago, man, you always find shit to do. It's just so much fun out there, man. It's a big difference. I know my cousin's gonna get they're gonna trip off this video. I already know y'all, Jason, Corey, Marty, Tiff, Hank, Dana, my brothers, Terrence and Vamp. Everyone is gonna probably laugh their ass off when they see this. All my other cousins in Chicago who watch my channel, I don't know how many of them do, but they're gonna probably laugh their ass off this. But that's the difference though. Minnesota's like slower. It's more dead. Chicago is all about excitement. You always find something to do out there. Out here, man, you got to get in your fucking car and drive till you find something. You know how when you out there in Chicago, you hear motherfuckers talking about what's going on over here, man. You know, what's the name throwing this, what's the name, woo woo. Or we can go to this fucking club. They getting down out here, nah. Oh man, drinking on this coffee. Y'all see I'm a little sick. My daughter's sick too. She's up in that room right now watching cartoons. But that's how I feel about Chicago and Minnesota. So y'all already know how we do. I just had to put this up. Hit me up in the comments and let me know what y'all think. And as always, until next time, y'all, peace, love, and deuces.